Hello everyone! Welcome sa ating podcast. I am Kisha.
And I'm Nico. So ngayon, we're doing something a little bit different. And yun nga, napanood namin yung The Social Dilemma sa Netflix. And honestly, we need to talk about it.
Sobra dami naming naramdaman after watching. Like, it's one of those documentaries na hindi mo ma-shake off basta-basta.
Yes, correct. And exactly, so for today, we're reflecting on two major ethical issues na talagang tumamak sa amin. First is surveillance capitalism, yung ginagamit ng mga platform yung mga data natin nang walang tunay na pahintulot. And second is how algorithms make information dangerously easy to access.
Sige, sisimulan ko. Ang surveillance capitalism, para sa akin, ito ang pinaka-alarming. Sa documentary kasi, may sinabi si Shoshana Zuboff, and basically, ang ginawa ng mga tech companies is they treat us, our attention, our behavior, our data as a product.
Mm.
Hindi tayo ang customer dito eh. Tayo ang commodity.
Yes, correct. Ano, naalala mo ba yung sinabi nung one of the engineers that if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. And what
Mm.
really hits me is wala tayong malinaw na consent doon. Ano lang tayo, nag-click lang tayo ng I agree sa mga terms and conditions na walang namang binabasa. Hindi ba iyon sa isang ethical issue sa loob ng information age?
Tama. At kung i-apply natin ang virtue ethics dito, yung concept na truthfulness and justice, the companies are failing. Hindi
Mhm.
sila transparent sa kung paano nila ginagamit ang ating impormasyon. And tayo, minsan wala tayong prudence. We just scroll and click
Hmm.
without thinking.
Oo, I agree. Ano, guilty ako dun, eh. Pero seriously, it made me reflect on my own habits. Like napakaraming beses na napansin ko na nirecommend sa akin ng Facebook yung mga bagay na kinausapan ko lang na hindi ako naka-phone. Like, is this coincidence or is it surveillance?
Yeah, and actually that leads us sa pangalawang issues, and ito yung talagang nakakatakot para sa akin.
Mm,
It's not just that misinformation exists online, it's the algorithm actively makes
mm.
it easier for you to access it without you even noticing.
Exactly. And sa documentary, ipinakita nila yung paano gumagana yung mga recommendation system. Kapag nag-click ka ng isang video or article na hindi mo sinasadya, the algorithm notes it and then it feeds you more of it's the same topic. So kung may nakita kang kahina-hinalang content, the platform doesn't warns you. It recommends more of it sa'yo.
Yeah, parang tinutulak ka papunta sa rabbit hole. And bago mo pa mamalayan, nasa mundo ka na ng completely false
Mm.
information. And it feels normal kasi ang dami na ring nag-share nito sa iyong feed.
Yun nga. And the algorithm doesn't really design to ask, like, is this true? It's designed to ask, will this keep them scrolling? And the
Yeah.
information age, sobrang epektibo niya doon. Kasi it triggers strong emotions tulad ng galit, takot, tapos outrage. Mas maraming clicks, mas malaking profit yung mapupunta sa kanila.
Tama ka diyan. At dito rin pumapasok yung responsibility and empathy. Kasi as users, kailangan natin ma-practice
Mm.
ang temperance. Mag-pause, mag-breathe, mag-verify bago tayo mag-react or mag-share. At saka tanungin natin ang ating sarili, saan ba galing ito? May basehan ba ito?
Yes, correct. And at sa mga tech companies naman, may justice and obligation sila. Hindi dapat ang engagement lang ang sukatan ng success. Dapat i-design ng mga platform na nagpo-promote sila ng truth, hindi ng outrage. Sabi nga ni Tristan Harris doon, isa sa mga Google engineers dati na these platforms are running a race to the bottom of the brainstem. Ibig sabihin na in-exploit nila ang ating primitive na emotional responses, and that really hits us hard.
Yeah, tama ka diyan. So, ano ba ang dapat nating gawin? Kasi bilang individuals, kailangan natin ma-practice ang digital mindfulness. Huwag tayo
Mm.
basta-basta mag-click, mag-share, or maniwala. Kung may nakita kang balita na pampagalit, that's usually a sign na to slow down and not to share faster.
Yes, correct. And sa mga companies naman, I recommend redesign your system. I-prioritize yung accuracy over engagement. Dahil kung patuloy kayong gagawa ng mga platform with this algorithm na nagdadala sa mga tao ng misinformation, hindi lang isang business hindi yan isang business decision. This is an ethical failure.
Yes. So, overall, ang point namin ni Nico ay hindi natin kailangan itigil ang paggamit ng social media.
Mm.
Kailangan lang natin gamitin ito na may prudence, may responsibility, at syempre may empathy sa ating sarili at sa iba.
Yes, and because the algorithm knows what you click, but only you can decide what to believe in these sources.
Okay, so next time something pops up on your feed, ask yourself, did I find this or did the algorithm lead me here?
Tama. And i-reflect nyo. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening, guys.
Hanggang sa susunod!